The long wait is over after 2 months, and the GT World Challenge Europe Endurance Cup is finally back. That's because we will have this weekend the 3 hours of Nurburgring, which will be the 4th round in 2025. 61 cars are confirmed and will be separated by 4 different classes, which are bronze, silver, gold, and pro. So in this video, I will be introducing the 3 hours of Nurburgring entry list. So let's check now all the teams and drivers. There will be 17 cars confirmed for the Bronze Cup class this weekend at the 3 hours of Nurburgring, with 7 different brands involved. At the Bronze Cup, in a lineup with 3 drivers, the first one must be bronze rated, the second driver must be bronze or silver, and the third one can be bronze, silver, gold or platinum rated. Similar to the LMGT3 driver rule in WEC and ELMS. So let's check now all the teams. Aston Martin in the Bronze Cup will be represented only by Comtoyu Racing using the number 270. Let's check the drivers for this team at Nürburgring. Audi in the Bronze Cup at the German round will have 3 cars, with Saint-Aloc Racing and Tresor Attempto Racing being the team operators. So what about now checking the drivers? BMW will have 2 cars in the Bronze Cup in Nürburgring, represented by BMW Italia Staccato Racing and Paradigm Competition. So let's check now the drivers lineup in both teams. Ferrari will have 4 cars confirmed in the Bronze Cup at Nürburgring. The teams are Kessel Racing, AF Corse and Ziggo Sport Tempesta operating the 296 GT3 cars. So let's check now all the drivers. McLaren at Bronze Cup will be represented only by Garage 59 team with a single car using the number 188. So let's check now the drivers in this team. Mercedes in the Bronze Cup will have 2 cars in Germany. The team operators are Windward Racing and 2Cs Motorsport. So let's check the drivers now. And about Porsche in the Bronze Cup, we will have 4 cars with Lion Speed GP, Herbeth Motorsport, Rutronic Racing and UNX Racing as the teams. So let's check now the drivers lineup. There will be 17 cars confirmed for the Silver Cup class this weekend at the 3 hours of Nürburgring, with 10 different brands involved. At the Silver Cup, in a lineup with 3 drivers, all the teams must have a driver lineup consisting of silver rated. So let's check now all the teams. Aston Martin will have 2 cars at the Silver Cup, represented by Comtoyu Racing and Walkenhorst Motorsport. So let's check now the drivers confirmed in both teams. Like in the Bronze Cup, Audi will also be represented by Saint-Aloc Racing and Tresor Attempto Racing at the Silver Cup, but with only 2 cars in total. So what about now checking the drivers? BMW will have 3 cars in the Silver Cup at Nürburgring, represented by Team WRT, Century Motorsport and Paradigm Competition. So let's check now the drivers lineup in these teams. The only Corvette in the GT World Challenge Europe at Nurburgring will be represented by Stellar Motorsport with a single car in the Silver Cup. So let's check the drivers now. At Nürburgring, we will have a single Ferrari car in the Silver Cup, operated by Rinaldi Racing, which was in the Bronze Cup until Spa. Let's check the drivers now. The Blue Oval Company will have a single car in the Silver Cup and will be represented by HRT Ford Performance Team number 65. So let's check now the drivers in this team. Lamborghini will have 2 cars competing at the Silver Cup at Spa. GRT Grasser Racing Team and VSR will be the teams in Nürburgring. So let's check now all the drivers. Like at Bronze Cup, McLaren will also have a single car in the Silver Cup, but will be represented by CSA Racing using the number 112. So let's check now the drivers in this team. Mercedes in the Silver Cup will have 3 cars competing and will be represented by GetSpeed with 2 cars and Boutsen VDS with a single car. So let's check now the drivers confirmed. And in Porsche, Dynamic GT will be the only team at the Silver Cup using the number 54. So let's check now the drivers confirmed. There will be 10 cars confirmed for the Gold Cup class this weekend at Spa with 6 different brands involved. At the Gold Cup, in a lineup with 3 drivers, the first driver must be maximum silver rating and 2 other drivers must be maximum gold rated. So let's check now all the teams. At the Gold Cup, we will have Max Verstappen's team competing in Nürburgring with a partnership with 2Cs Motorsport. In this team we will have the Redline Sim racer Chris Lullum, Thierry Vermeulen and Harry King. At the Gold Cup, Audi will have only a single car by Tresor Attempto Racing using the number 88. In this team, we will have JVU, Ricardo Casaniga and Sebastian Ogard as the drivers. BMW will also have a single car in the Gold Cup, represented by Almana Racing by WRT using the number 777. The drivers in this team will be Al Faisal Al Zubahir, Ben Tuck and Jens Klingmann. Lamborghini will also have a single car in the Gold Cup and will have Paul Motorsport number 333 as the team. The drivers will be John Paul Southern Jr., Maximilian Paul and Marzio Moretti. McLaren at the Gold Cup will have 4 cars competing this weekend at Spa operated by Optimum Motorsport, Team RJN, Garage 59 and CSA Racing. In the number 5 Optimum Motorsport, the drivers will be James Allen, Larjam Ali and Michael Potter. At the number 23 Team RJN, the drivers will be Alex Buncombe, Reese Barr and Tommy Foster. In the number 58 Garage 59, the drivers will be Adam Smalley, Dean McDonald and Louis Pritt. And in the number 111 CSA Racing, Arthur Rugier, James Kell and Simon Gachet are the drivers. And in Porsche, Herberth Motorsport and Wright Motorsports are the team operators. In the number 92 Herberth Motorsport, the drivers will be Rolfie Nischen, Joel Sturm and Tim Heinemann. And in the 120 Wright Motorsports, which comes from IMSA, the lineup will be the same from the GTD class this year in endurance rounds with Adam Adelson, Elliot Skier and Tom Sargent. There will be 17 cars confirmed for the Pro Cup class this weekend at Nürburgring with 8 different brands involved. Like the name says, the Pro Cup is designated for the professional drivers and there's any kind of restriction in the lineup in which there must be 3 drivers for each car. So let's check now all the teams. Aston Martin will have 2 cars in the Pro Cup this weekend in Germany, operated by Comtoyu Racing and Walkenhorst Motorsport. In the number 7 Comtoyu Racing, the driver lineup will have Marco Sorensen, Mattia Drudi and Nicky Thiem. And in the Walkenhorst Motorsport number 34, the drivers are Christian Krones, David Pittard and Enrique Chavez. BMW at the Pro Cup will also have 2 cars, being by Team WRT and Rove Racing. At the number 32 Team WRT, the drivers are Charles Weerts, Kelvin van der Linde and Hugo de Wilde. Meanwhile in the number 98 Rove Racing, we will have a lineup with Rafael Marchiello, Augusto Farfus and Jess Krohn. Ferrari will have 2 cars in the Pro Cup being operated only by AF Course at Nurburgring. In the car number 50, the drivers will be Antonio Fuoco, Artur Leclerc and Eliseo Dono. And in the sister car number 51, we will have in the lineup, Alessandro Pierre Guidi, Alessio Rovera and Vincent Abril. The Blue Oval Company will have a single car in the Pro Cup and will be represented by HRT Ford Performance Team number 64. The drivers are Arjun Maini, Jan Martinborough and Thomas Druet. Lamborghini will have 2 cars at the Pro Cup in Germany and will be represented by GRT Grasser Racing Team and VSR with a single car each. Beginning with the number 63 GRT Grasser Racing Team which won the 24 Hours of Spa this year, the drivers will be Jordan Pepper, Luca Engsler and Mirko Bortolotti. And in the car number 163 VSR, the drivers will be Frank Pereira, Marco Mappelli and Sandy Mitchell. McLaren will also have a single car competing in the Pro Cup this weekend at Nürburgring. Garage 59 will be the team operator. In the car number 59, the drivers will be Benjamin Goutet, Marvin Kirchhofer and Joseph Loke. Mercedes in the Pro Cup will have 4 cars competing and will be represented by Boutsen VDS, GetSpeed, Winward Racing with a single car each. In the number 9 Boutsen VDS, the drivers will be Maxime Martin, Maximilian Getz and Michael Grenier. In the number 17 GetSpeed, Jules Gaunon, Fabian Schiller and Luca Stoltz are the drivers. At the number 48 Team Manfilter operated by Winward Racing, Lucas Auer, Mauro Engel and Matteo Caroli are the drivers. And in the number 611 Nordic Racing, the drivers are Eduardo Liberati, Kazuko Kotaka and Yuichi Nakayama. And finally Porsche, which will have 3 cars competing in Nürburgring this weekend at the Pro Cup. Schumacher CLRT, Rutronic Racing and Pure Racing will be the teams with a single car each. At the number 22 Schumacher CLRT, Eugen Guven, Lauren Heinrich and Klaus Bachler are the drivers. At the number 96 Rutronic Racing, Alessio Picariello, Patrick Niederhauser and Sven Muller are the drivers. And in the number 911 Pure Racing, Alex Malikin, Richard Leitz and Thomas Pryaning are the drivers. So guys, these are all the cars and teams which will be competing at the 3 Hours of Nürburgring this weekend. So who do you think will win this race? So let me know down in the comment sections below. And if you want to watch more videos about GT World Challenge, IMSA and WEC, consider subscribing to the channel to not lose them. We see you in the next videos.